Welcome back to Bastad, Sweden for round number 3 of the MotoSurf World Championships 2024. We are back with the third heats from Masters Group A. I'm actually joined by one of the competitors, Anthony Squire. What's going on, dude?
Hey, man. Thank you for having me back here again.
I saw your first race. You did pretty good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Could be better, could be worse.
That's true. You're very even-keeled about the whole deal.
About everything because, again, anything can happen, and there's a lot of talented riders out here. So I can't beat myself up too bad when, these guys that, they're doing better for a reason. It comes. Correct. Yeah, I'm laying concrete. I'm eating Doritos for dinner, You're eating all the pastries that's sweet.
Nobody can blame you for that.
Yeah, I gained a few pounds the first couple days I was here, so. But yeah, you travel, you got to experience everything new, and so. But we're here, we're having fun. We got Masters coming up for their third. Have a long afternoon to sit and relax.
Well, they get it out of the way first, so they get to chill after that. You got to wait another.
We're hoping to have an early day, and then we've got a big dinner party for everybody. So we're really excited for that. It looks like they're lined up. Flag is up. Nope, they're spinning around. Someone was not lined up.
No. All right, so they're going to circle around, get back into formation. The water is definitely. So we'll see how much that affects them. The wind has definitely picked up. Our
walking over here wasn't too windy, then it picks up and dies down. So at least it's consistent for the riders that are racing together. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, everybody's dealing with the same conditions.
Correct. Yeah, years gone by, qualifying. This is a relatively smaller amount of people. We only have about 85 riders this event. Normally have 100, 110. So qualifying takes almost a whole day. And by the end of it, we're talking 3-foot waves. So stock class specifically, when you have 36 riders, that alone can take almost 2 hours. So even stock class can start with good waves or no waves and then end up with a lot of waves.
I was thinking about that because of qualifying yesterday, and they are off for the start of the Masters Group A Heat 3. But yeah, I was watching during qualifying, and they started out, it was pretty smooth, and then by the end, and I'm like, this is really, the people are at a huge disadvantage that are going later.
Yes. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We just say, hey, it's racing, keep going. Hopefully next time it's in your favor. But it looks like we have Down Kim coming out of the split first. Yuri Stovacek from Czech Republic is second. We've got Martin on the Apex pilot teams. He gained a position. He is in third. And then Roman Kazan, he was able to gain a position as well. He is fourth. Or actually, no, he kept his position, sorry.
So Down Kim once again out in front, and that's a dangerous position for his competitors. Once he gets out front, it's usually...
Yeah, once he's got that smooth water, he's gone.
So hopefully somebody can latch on the back of him and at least see what he's doing.
Yeah, looks like we have a pretty consistent, probably about a half-second gap. Between Down and Yuri, probably 2 seconds, and then Yuri to Martin. Oh, Martin is going to go ahead and take his long lap. I think Kazan is going to take advantage and try gain some ground there. Looks like fifth place we have Sebastian Lux. And then we have the Turkish rider. Place. And then Murat, I think. Is that yep, Murat's out there. Looks like Murat is taking his long lap. And then we have... Back to the TV. We are following down, as always, with a beautiful lead. Looks like a probably 3-second, 4-second lead on Yuri. Let's see if he continues to hold that or if Yuri can make some ground.
So that's the battle, second and third, because they are right now.
Correct.
He's going to have Roman right
on the screen now. You have Martin and the Turkish rider Sadat, who are fighting for that, I think, 4th place position.
There we go. Good battle. Let's. So Martin has already gone for his long lap. So we'll see how this plays out with these two right in a row here.
And you can see how sometimes you take that long lap first, you end up stuck behind a slower rider, unfortunately. So Martin is now going to take that time to get some traction. It looks like he's got a pretty open field in front of him, so that's good.
Seeing if he can make up any time.
So there you got Down Kim signaling he's going to the long lap as Marat follows behind to the split.
Yep. So first 3 headed all into the long lap.
Yep. So it looks like Down is going to have a very open field in front of him, so he can just keep trotting along, gain some traction. Yuri has held a pretty consistent couple seconds behind, and then Kazan is right on Yuri's tail. So it's going to be interesting to see them on the next long lap.
Yeah, I think for Kazan, take the long lap same time that Yuri.
He doesn't want to get stuck behind those slower riders, so he's going to probably stick behind Yuri. They're both pretty consistent, smooth riders, similar paced. So they're just chasing down, waiting for a mistake.
So we got Martin going back out there for his second long lap. He's taking care of both of them. Down Kim in the lead. We just got
the screen now, you can see Down is trying to overtake Sadat from Turkey. Sadat is signaling to go to the long lap. Let's see what Down Kim is going to continue.
Yeah, I was going to say for sure he's not going to follow him through the.
Well, so here we got a battle coming out of the long lap. It looks like Yuri was able to overtake Murat, but now Kazan is going to be stuck behind. Kazan is taking his long lap, so he'll get both of those out of the way. Remember, Yuri still has to take another.
So we're going to see that was probably a good choice to do his long lap right now, because now he doesn't have that rider in between.
Long lap, so Kazan has quite a few buoys between him and the next rider. On the screen is Down again, time after time in front. Doesn't even look tired. I don't understand it.
Well, when you ride by yourself, right, you're not getting as tired.
Yeah, he's definitely probably cooling it down a little bit with the lead that he knows he has. He is now.
Martin is on his third long lap, so he must have missed a buoy.
Yeah. Correct. But Down is taking his second long lap, so he's good to go. But Yuri is following, and Yuri needs to take his second. Going to be Down is able to beat that rider out of the split. Long lap.
Yep, so that's good for him. Heading in the split with a commanding lead.
Currently up. They have swapped it over to the checkered flag, so this is the final lap. Down has one more backside turn, and he will go through the finish line. 3, 2, 1.
Lead and was still jamming on the last lap. Didn't bother taking it down.
On the screen, Yuri Stovacek is about to cross the finish line right now. And then Roman Kazan strong position, third place right behind him as well. Let's see who pulls in fourth place. Well, we got a rider turning around. Don't know what just happened there. Guys, remember, no turning around on track, please. That is a hefty penalty if that ever occurs.
He did an extra loop of that last buoy.
So there's Martin coming across. I'm guessing Martin potentially has the fourth place. Or maybe Sebastian Lux has fourth and Martin fifth.
So it's
not too sure. We still have one more rider in the track. Who is finishing his final lap, and he is the last rider.
There you go. Heat number 3 for Masters. Group A is done. Down Kim and Yuri, but I missed it. The standings went away. Here we go. We got Down Kim from South Korea. We got Yuri Stovacek from Republic. We have Sebastian Lux from Germany. Martin Trivers from the Czech Republic. Radek Luke, Czech Republic also. And then we have 2 Turkish riders closing it out. Murat Jorgen Silar and Group A, Heat 3 for the Masters. And again, the Masters just means they are over 40, and if you got the money and you want to jazz your engine up, you can do that. Unlike the stock classes.
Correct. Yeah, with the stock class, the only things we are allowed to change are our bindings and the main fins and the side fins. Well, the main fin still has to be a Jet Surf specific factory fin, but the side fins are, we can use whichever ones we want from there, and there's hundreds of different options, but the bindings and the fins are pretty much the only thing available. Anything internally is an immediate disqualification.
Like the impeller.
Yeah, you can't change the impeller, you can't change a cooling line, an exhaust, you can't add or remove anything. You can't even put an hour meter on here.
Really?
Yeah. So they want to keep it as stock as possible, make it as fair. Just because if you start letting little things in, like an hour meter or something, people will try to find a way to exploit that rule.
Yeah, that's motocross is the same with the amateur championships. Stock class is like, I've heard of people getting disqualified for like levers.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, what are we really gaining here with a lever? But
so even so much so that we actually we have a thing called an engine drawing when we get here. So the top 5 riders in the stock class and the top 5 women, we actually have, they bring 12 sets of motors and electronics. So there's 6 sets for men, 6 sets for women, so we have 1 extra. So like Monday morning, we had a meeting, and we had to draw numbers. So I drew number 2, so that meant I got box number 2, which has a complete motor, exhaust, wire harness, fuel tank, and ICU. So what happens is you take your standard setup out, what you normally would come here with, your personal motor, take all that out and put in this brand new basically set. And that is to prevent cheating, so that the top 5 all have identical systems.
Now you flew here without that stuff in the board. The board was just
normally I fly with an empty board. With my board fully prepared.
Got it.
So, but yes, normally come here without a completely. Just put the whole system in. We ride it. They give us dyno graphs, everything, make sure that the boards are still good. So, okay, we had a start. Really good lead right there from Anthony. He's not able to make the move on Kostaleski, but he's holding that outside line. We've got Janora, and who is that in the 4th place? That Michael Ular, I think. Yes, so Kostaleski went to the left. Anthony Mastroni followed him. We've got Janora from. Let's see who else. We got Michael Ula. A hectic one, as you guys are seeing. Everyone's going everywhere.
Yeah, Anthony had to swing out real wide to get himself.
His backsides are getting a little out.
And that gave Kostaleski a big lead after the bobbles behind him.
Yeah, so the current standings looks like we have Kostaleski in first, Janora in second, and then Anthony Mastroni in third, and I believe Ivan Matusek are in a close fifth place position, with Yano as well, about a second behind Michael, and then Henry Hedberg from Sweden.
Kostaleski just putting in the laps, perfect turns. He is enjoying a big lead, no pressure. That's how you want to do it. Right. Now we're watching Anthony Mastroni and
Ivan Matusek. He is the father of Aliska, who is winning the current women's championship.
That family.
I think the teacher's learning from the student at this point. We've got Roman out here. Roman from Austria is going. I'm not sure if that is correct, but we will see later on.
So Kostaleski is out there on the
long lap.
Yeah.
I think he's completed his first long lap.
Right now we're showing number 2 on screen, Arcadius
Janora. He's on first place right now, but because he has not done a long lap, I'm sure he is second.
So he kept his second place shorts relevant during this moto so far. Was he just down? What was that?
I don't see anyone from this angle. I don't think anyone's in the water.
So here we go. Kostaleski is reeling some people in, so we're going to see if he takes his first long lap here.
So yes, Kostaleski is now stuck behind Ivan and Mastroni. So that is going to greatly benefit Janora. Janora has now taken his second long lap. So we will see. I don't think he's going to, he's going to come back out behind Kostaleski. Mastroni and Ivan are both taking their long lap now. So Kostaleski is back in the first place with
what's going on with the long laps so far.
Correct. And if you look at the long lap now, which the TV may pan to, we've got Michael Ular, who was able to pass Ivan as he took his long lap. Wind is definitely picking up. Not sure if you guys are able to hear that on the mic.
Yeah, and it's definitely getting choppier, as you can see. Arcadius running in second. First place is Zdenek Kostaleski with a big lead. He just looks calm out there, just putting in his laps.
Yep, and we got a rider in the water in the split. I think it's Henry Hedberg. I'm not sure. We have Yano, who before the split is also taking a dive.
We got landmines all over the place here.
Oh, yeah. Kostaleski's taking his second long lap, and so is Janora. So it's going to be interesting here. Mastroni's going to come out behind Kostaleski, but he needs to do another long lap.
And it looks like he's going right now.
Yep. So the camera is still on Kostaleski going back through. Should be, I think, the last or second to last lap. So Mastroni, Michael Ular, and Ivan are all three in the long lap right now.
Right now we're watching Arcadius put in his laps. He's on the right side of the split.
So the white flag is currently up. This is going to be the start of their last lap. Kostaleski is about a third of the lap ahead of most of the other riders. Michael Ular is on Anthony Mastroni's tail coming out of the split. Let's see if he's able to make a pass coming up.
All right, so Kostaletti is coming around and coming into the split. We have Arcadius coming around too. He's just about to enter the split, so that's about the size of the gap. And he's choosing the right side.
Yes, choosing the right side because Henry is in the left side, making a little bit of waves, slowing everything down. But Henry is getting lapped, so Janora will still be second place. Kostaleski crossing the finish line with about 15-second lead.
He didn't even celebrate, just.
I think he's used to it. There's Janora. Cheering him on in the background. Anthony Mastroni. Michael Ular was able to make that pass, and so was Ivan. So it looks like we've got third place going to Michael Ular from the Rocket Racing team. Very bad timing. Then we've got Ivan, fourth place finish. We've got Yano coming out of the split. Anthony still getting up. Finish line in what I believe is the fifth place position with Anthony. And then our last rider, Roman from Austria. He will cross, finishing the heat. Now, again, this is provisional. We are not sure. I'm sure there's a few missed buoys or possible penalties due to all the riders in the water. So we'll wait for those official results.
So riders tent over there, and I saw that they had the show on, and I'm like, oh, now everybody.
It's pretty cool. I walked in there, they were replaying one of the junior races, and I got to hear myself on the TV. It was a little strange, but I think they enjoy being able to watch and keep.
To be able to see what's going on track. So here's our finish positions for. We have Zednek, Kostalecki, Arcadi, Tusek, Yano Vandersplick, Anthony Mastroni with that fall on the last lap, Roman Krachtovich, and Henrik Hedberg, rounding out our Masters class on Group B. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, I'm going to try pull the schedule back up, see what's up next.
So it looks. So we have juniors, Group A and B coming up next. 5 laps, 2 joker laps, or long laps, I should say.
Now this is the replay from this morning, correct, or was that done earlier? I'm not sure. I think that was done earlier.
Oh. First race,
yes,
and
so
right when we were going to lunch, they ended up redoing that
yes.
moto. So yeah, this is Moto 3 for the, or let me see, we're at 2 or 3. Yep, Heat 3 for the juniors. And this is one of the better classes as far as competition and keeping it close. So always exciting with the juniors out there. Heat 3, Group A. Getting their warm-up laps out of the way. So in this race, we have, wearing the number 1 shorts, Adam Kohler from the Czech Republic. Wearing the number 2 shorts, we have Sebastian Kostelecki, also from the Czech Republic, and another Czech rider, Kristina Herbkova, obviously in the girls division. Also in the girls division, Sarah Zabrova. In the boys, Leo Krachtoville, Maximilian Herska, and in the girls, Isabella Krejeskova. So that is your full lineup for juniors, Group A, Heat 3. So hopefully we don't have any more issues. Like we said this morning, this race got red flagged, and it was pretty much over. I'm pretty sure it was last lap when they got red flagged, so I'm surprised they ran the entire moto again. But is there any rule where, like, if it gets red flagged so early, or so late, they'll call it, or it's always a complete redo?
It's kind of a red flag is pretty rare. I think it's mainly because it was juniors, is they wanted to kind of, let them have a redo. But normally if someone falls and gets hurt, they'll try to pull them out. Now, if it's a bad enough issue, which we never see, then I'm sure that they would stop it immediately. But we very rarely see a red flag. So that's generally, a red flag is only brought out if there's an issue on track as far as buoys. If a buoy starts to move or it disappears, and we've had that happen, we've come back from lunch, doesn't really look like it moved from the shore, then you get out there and you're like, hold on, this buoy's 40 meters away from where it used to be, and then, it just messes up the whole thing. So then, they pull us back in and we wait and redo everything. Or if there's a technical issue, there's a red flag.
Got it. Well, that's good. At least, injuries aren't really, we've talked about as far as
The man TT.
Yeah, I think that's the opposite, right? That's the most dangerous
Yes.
motorsport.
The most dangerous week in motorsport.
All right, so you got number 1, Adam Kohler, with his hand up. He is the pole position formation. So far, it looks good right now. It looks like they should be good to start the race. There you go. I was correct.
Pretty solid start. Looks like no one's really gained or changed any positions.
No, everybody's very evenly matched, it looks like, I guess, with weight and power.
Yep.
So it's all down to technique now.
Let's see which split Adam and Kostelecki take. All right, left and right.
It almost looked like Sebastian was kind of headed right anyway. Like maybe he knew.
Oh, it's going to be close. Kostelecki's able to take that. Look.
Awesome. So good move going to the right-hand side.
Yeah, he had a pretty flawless run through the split, and I do think Adam could have potentially held that if he, he's got that inside line, so you can kind of push a rider out, but I think they made the safe call and, backed off. That or hoping to not get hit. A lot of this is a game of chicken.
I would imagine so. All right, here we go. They're coming around here, headed for the split. Nobody's taken the long lap yet. So let's see how it goes now. Now, Sebastian is taking the left-hand side.
Yeah, he might prefer the left. Every rider is going to have a preference. He's able to hold that lead.
Well, it's even more impressive than if he made the pass from the side that he doesn't really prefer.
Correct.
Oh, and Adam Kohler went a little wide there, so that gave a little bit more distance to Sebastian.
Yeah, Christina's moving in very well. So yeah, current standings, we've got Kostaleski in the front, Adam Kohler in second. Christina is right there on their tail. And then we've got Sarah, who's about a buoy behind as well. So that top four is just smoking it.
And Christina's doing a really good job of avoiding the whitewater, even though she's right behind them.
Yes, yes. So it looks like from that fourth place where Sarah is to the fifth place rider, Leo, looks at least 10 buoys. I mean, it's a pretty substantial difference.
Sebastian took his long lap. So did Christina.
And Sarah. So I guess Adam thinks he can make up a little bit of time going by himself. We'll see if he's able to, but Sebastian's still doing good. Almost went to the wrong buoy there for a minute, but was able to bring it back.
That's good. He didn't have to do an extra long lap.
That would have been a bad one.
He doesn't have that kind of lead yet.
No. Not with those girls right on his tail. Yes, right now on the screen is Adam Kolar, who's currently in first, but due to not having a long lap, he's probably second. Now back on screen is Sebastian Kostaleski,
who's enjoying second place, but technically a lead since he's one long lap up.
Yes. Adam Kohler has started to take his long lap. We'll see if they come out close or what happens here. It looks like it's going to be tight, but I think Adam is going to be able to hold it. Kostaleski able to hold that first place back. Now remember, they both have to take another one. Sarah is in the fourth place, but gonna take her long lap. And here we have a rider in the water. All right, this is gonna be interesting.
Side by side coming out of the split.
So as you see there, very good sportsmanship. Adam Kolar made some advantage with the rider in the water, but even though he was in front of Kostaleski, he waved Kostaleski back because he knows if he doesn't do that, he's getting a very hefty penalty. So really impressed to see the kids doing that, because even a lot of the adults are not, they're taking chances.
Yeah, and it's better to do that than to be penalized, right?
Correct, because I believe that penalty is very severe. I think it's potentially disqualification, or if it's at least getting moved down a few positions. So let's see. We got Kostaleski taking his long lap. Adam Kohler is going to continue the track. So Christina followed Sebastian through the long lap.
Here on again, nice smooth moto, making sure his turns are all nice and fluid. And he's doing really good keeping his board close to the buoys, so he's going, shortest distance possible. There you go. Is that the last lap here? Must have been.
Yeah, so it does look like Adam Kolar did not realize he had one more long lap, I believe.
Oh, no.
And didn't realize it was the last lap. So that's going to give him a time penalty, unfortunately. That will move him from first to most likely, I want to say, third or fourth, unfortunately.
1 and 2 seem to be friends, so that's good. A little friendly competition. Once again, good heat from the juniors. They always deliver, keeping it close, some lead changes. All right, so here's our finished positions. First is Adam Kolar. Second is Sebastian Kostaleski. Third is Kristina Herbkova. 4th is Sarah Zubarova. And 5th, Leo Krachtoville. And 6th place, Maximilian Herska. So for the girls, Christina takes the win. Here we go. Here's our course marshals, making sure everything is good out there, doing the starting procedure, and keeping tabs of those buoys to make sure they don't move. Here's our, oh, the wind picked up enough these people took their umbrella down. As you can see, the flag's going, but it's still not, the wind's not like moving straight out to sea, which is when we got the really big waves yesterday. So it is at least coming somewhat from land and just causing a little bit of a chop versus like some big rolling waves. Nobody in MotoSurf wants a whoop section track.
No, some whoops or some moguls would make this quite difficult.
Well, that's what happens when we get the wind. Then you guys had some whoops, about 2-foot whoops last
That's like last year, Croatia. You know, Croatia and Italy are normally our biggest waves, and it actually kind of benefited me because I'm used to the waves and I kind of like riding in them. So Croatia was almost like a straight rhythm track. It was pretty gnarly. You'd have 2-3 foot rollers coming in, but you'd have to time them. You know, some of them you could jump, some of you just had to roll and absorb. But if you timed it right, you could really gain some time on everybody.
So look at the beach down there. Look at all the people enjoying summer. Now they're going to give you a little shot here coming up over the course. That second tent on the corner there, that's us. We're inside there. Behind us is all the race producers, the timing and scoring. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the harbor filled with boats. Everybody over there enjoying summer. Food, shopping, dining. So, yeah, it's a great little vacation destination. We got our crowd eagerly awaiting the next moto, which is going to be Juniors Heat 3, Group B. So we do have Group A and B. Now everybody, it will be narrowed down to 12 for the final, and then basically we get to see winners from Group A and Group B go head to head. So if we thought the juniors have been entertaining so far with their close battles, I'm sure that it's going to get even more interesting when we put everybody out on the course together.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so in this heat, wearing the number 1 shorts, Lucas Schneider from the Czech Republic. In second, wearing the number 2 shorts, Laura Markova. And again, she's in the girls division. Lucas is in the boys division. Wearing the number 3 shorts, Rosalia Janora from Poland. Wearing the number 4 shorts, Mikolas Kostelecki, another Kostelecki out there from the Czech Republic. Wearing number 4 shorts, wearing number 5, Ryder Swangawan from the United States. Wearing number 6 shorts in the girls class is Barbara Kolarova, and in the number 7 shorts, Oliver Wolf. Number 8 shorts, Natalie Olarova. And let's see if they hold it tight enough to actually get the race started.
The green flag is up. It's looking pretty good.
You can see those course marshals we pointed out before.
Flag is down.
There you go. Race has started. Everybody's staying pretty consistent there.
They're getting close.
Woo.
We got a rider almost falling there.
That was number 3, Rosalia Janora.
And number 2, looks like they made a little bit of contact, but able to hold it. So We got Schneider with a solid lead going left. Rosie on the right split. I think her and Laura are about tied. Oh, Laura was unfortunately missed a buoy. We got a rider in the water. It's a mess. Oh, Lord.
Another
we
rider.
got another rider in the water. This is a big mess.
Hopefully everybody gets themselves up back underway before the leaders come back around.
Yeah, there's going to be some penalties out here today.
Come on, get it fired up. There we go.
I don't think the kids had a good enough warm-up. I think they're still full from lunch. Snyder and Rosie from Poland are all the way up there. We got Ryder from the USA is chasing them down. And then we've got Kostaleski as well with the John Deere Jet Surf. He's in 4th place. 5th place looks like, can't tell from here.
Oh, good save on that buoy by Schneider.
Yeah, the waves are picking up for these kids. They're bouncing all over the place.
There you go. They're running buoys over.
Yeah, running over buoys.
Making it happen.
So it looks like Ryder went ahead. Laura. Now, Laura did that because she missed the buoy. So hopefully she can kind of.
Oh, buoy missed here.
We got another rider that's going to the long lap again. I think that is Oliver Wolf. Not 100% sure. These kids are too small. They're shorts. I can't read them from here. I'm old and need glasses, I think.
Believe me, even you guys are hard to read out there. All right, on the screen we got number 1, Lucas Schneider. No issues for him.
Taking his long lap.
Nobody else follows him into the long lap. So he'll be out there all by himself.
So going through the split now, we have Lucas Schneider on the right. We've got little Kostaleski in the left. Rosie, oh my goodness, Rosie fell in the right split. Very unfortunate. Let's see if she can get up quickly before Ryder. All right, Rosie is able to get some.
Oh, she's having a hard time getting going.
Yes, let's see if she can hold it. She sees Ryder coming. She says, nope, not today. There we go. Good save from Rosie there. Lost a little bit of time, but she can make up for it.
Mikolas Kostaleski has moved himself up into 2nd place.
Yes, on the TV you see right now, that is Schneider in front, still looking good. Kostaleski, 2nd long lap here. Well, so we'll see if they get joined. No, Rosie and Ryder are far enough ahead. Long lap.
So everybody's trying to get him out of the way here, the long laps.
So Lucas Schneider entering the speed. We've got some big waves coming in there.
Yeah.
Don't know where those came from.
I was just going to say, yeah, he's getting a little bit gnarly because the waves are picking up. But handling it like a champ. Dude, I love Mikolas Kostaleski. He's so small and just out there shredding.
So here we go. We got Ryder and Rosie coming out the split with another rider. Not sure who that was. There we go. We got number 6. That is Barbara, I believe, with Rosie on her tail, and then Ryder following behind. I think they are fighting for the 3rd and 4th position, or maybe 2nd and 3rd, actually. Got another rider in the water in the split.
You definitely can't tell because they're in the water. So
We got Lucas Schneider in the left split right now, making it look easy.
oh
Unfortunately,
no!
that rider made him go down. You know, he should have put his hand up, slowed down, just went around, but he tried to still make that buoy. The good thing is I think he has a strong enough lead that he can get up. As long as he gets his stuff together, he'll be all right. Yeah, he's all good. No issue. We got Rosie and Ryder fighting for it. Let's see, can she hold it? Can she hold it?
Oh, they're coming out right side by
Oh,
side.
it's going to be tight. Oh, don't hit, please. There you go. You got Ryder getting sucked into that whitewash. And again, these girls and these boys are not competing at the same right now. So it's smarter to just hold back and just, stick behind them. You're not going to gain or lose anything.
If you're the little boy, you don't want to get beat by a girl, okay?
You don't, but it is what it is.
I know. And I've said this before, when you're there, it's much more evenly matched.
Yeah, they're much smaller. So, they aren't building that more muscle mass and everything. So, but with Ryder's extra weight, being the big 15-year-old he is, he's got to be careful in that whitewater because it's the same thing for me. If I get stuck behind somebody, I'm sinking.
Yeah. Yep, that's funny. You have from somebody that's like 90 pounds in this class to somebody that's 190.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Unfortunate, but he'll move to rookie soon, and he'll do great in that class, especially with the added power. So I believe Schneider definitely won that one. It looked like Rosie got second, and then Ryder. And I'm guessing Laura came in there somewhere. I know she had some issues. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Luke's first, Rosie second, Ryder third, Kostaleski 4, Barbara 5th, Laura 6th, Oliver in 7th, and then Natalie in 8th. So good ride for the kids. Good job. Happy they're out here. Now I think that's their last one for the day. They can go relax.
Oh.
They can go play some video games on their phones like they always do.
Have some juice, play some video games. All right, we got a short 10-minute break. 3:30 with the next race, which is the women's Group A and B Heat 3. So join us back here in about 8-10 minutes. Welcome to Bastad, Sweden for round 3 of the UIM MotoSurf World Championships. We are in southwest Sweden, a popular vacation spot for the Swedes. As you can see, we are on the beach, plenty of people enjoying the beautiful weather. The marina is full. That is walking distance from our venue here. You can get tons of gelato, coffee, lots of restaurants. I believe there's even a spa down there. Look at everybody enjoying Bastad. It is also known for tennis. Bastad, Sweden hosts the Swedish Open, which is part of the ATP World Tour. It draws 20,000 spectators, and they actually have the biggest tennis complex here in Sweden. You can see those two white tents next to each other. That is us. We're in here doing the announcing. I am joined by...
And I'm Marketa. Welcome to all the MotoSurf World Championship fans.
So how are you? You're here to help us with the ladies race.
Exactly. Ladies is my most favorite category, as I'm lady as well, and I'm into the motorsport, so I'm really happy I can be here and help you to get as much information about the ladies category as possible.
Yeah, and this is one of the more exciting categories as well, as our number 1 and number 1 in the second heat go head-to-head in the finals. But first, we need to get to the finals. So this is heat number 3, women's Group A. And in this group,
Yeah, in this group there is Eliška Matoušková, currently leader of the MotoSurf World Championship, so really keep an eye on her. She's one of the best performer ever. We can see her that already getting ready for the starting procedure with the hands up and trying to lead all the leaders in a good line. So I think now it's going to take a little bit of time. So in the meanwhile, with the number 2, we can see Natalia Kachlíková. With the number 3, Emma Strculova from Slovakia. Number 4, Mariana Navarrova. 5, Linda Lukscheider. She has a brother in the elite category. And then number 6, Aranza Flores from Mexico. Number 7, Jennifer Begman, and the number 8 is Savangan. So ladies, they're getting ready.
they're in the starting formation. Let's see if the officials give them the go-ahead to start the race. Nope.
We're waiting for the second line.
Looks like they're going to have to do another loop around there. So we are very excited to be on Brinks TV today. This is actually the first event on Brinks TV. And not only are they now live streaming the events, they have actually become a sponsor, and the elite class is going for the Brinks Cup.
Exactly as you mentioned, it's a great opportunity, and we are happy to be part of the Brinks TV.
All right, here we go. We're getting lined up again. Let's see if we can get the formation tight enough to kick this race off.
8 female drivers. And here we go. It looks like the starting procedure was successful. At the leading position, Eliška Matoušková, as we mentioned, the number 1. It looks really well for all ladies going so far. Now it's going to be really demanding part with the split. Eliška is taking the left one, followed by Natalka Kachlíková. And let's see, they're at the end of the split right now, and Eliška Matoušková is still in the leading position. We can see on the second place Natalia Kachlíková, and there is a little bit of gap between the leader and the second rider, so it's really important, especially in the first lap.
And Eliška, once she gets out front, she's very hard to beat. She doesn't really make very many mistakes and just keeps smooth lines around the course.
And there we see one rider in the water. She's getting back on her jet surf. It was the German rider Jennifer Beckmann, but she's getting back into the race.
Yep, there she is, up and going, so nobody's going to have to contend with any down riders, at least not yet. So here we go. We got to keep an eye also on the long laps.
Exactly, all the females, they have to go twice to the Joker during this third heat, and it's really important to to make a good timing for it, because then there is a bit of traffic, and it's really, really, really important.
Yeah, a lot of strategy with when you take your long lap. All right, so here we go, coming out of the split. We can see we have Natalie. Alishka's way out front already.
Exactly, Eliška is really the number one during this heat.
You can see it's getting very choppy. The wind is picking up. You can probably hear on our microphones a little bit. And that is causing a little bit more chop in the water. Luckily, it's kind of small. We don't have like big rolling waves, but it's definitely a distraction at least.
Exactly, it looks like it's very easy, but believe me, with a little bit of wind, the water surface is different, and for the ladies, it's very, very difficult to keep the board straight, and it's really demanding, especially for their legs. So this is it.
No, there you go. One person went out there, two people out there taking their long lap, three now.
Yeah, there is Linda Lukscheider right now, also Emma Starcilova. So first long lap for them will be done during this heat.
But our first two people have not taken any long laps yet, so we gotta keep an eye on that and make sure. Who's that having a little bit of trouble is Natalie. But she's all right. I don't think she went down or anything, just a small bobble.
Natalie is a big fighter, as we can saw her already in the past. She never gives up, and I believe she won't give up neither in this heat.
No, she looks like she's charging. So let's see if she can close the gap at all. I know that if Alishka has any type of issue, she will definitely be right there.
Definitely, she skipped the black buoy also in this lap, so I think her timing will come at the end of the race. Looks like she needs to make a little bit of gap to be really relaxed, and then she will hit it at the end of the session.
She's looked fairly relaxed the whole time, so I don't know how much more relaxed she can get.
I believe she is, but as I know her parents, definitely they are stressed out and watching her really carefully. Let's get to the standings so far. So Eliška Madošková is taking first at this moment, followed by Natalia Kachliková, Linda Lukscheider from Apex Pilots team on the third place. Then there is Mariana Navarro fourth, followed by Aranza Flores from Mexico, Emma Strclova, the Slovakian young rider, and then the Jennifer Beckman.
So at least I'm glad not very many falls. Everybody's putting in their laps.
And there she goes. Eliška Madošková is right now on a long lap, so there she is.
Let's see if she can come back around here still in first. Second place taking her long lap as well. That is Natalie.
Yeah, so both Eliška and Natalie, they're at the black buoy at this moment. And they have also really clear water in front of them, so it's really a big advantage.
Yeah, open courser. Oh, little tiny bobble there. Not a big deal. She saved it. Didn't even lose any time. Now is when conditioning is coming in. If anybody's, there are a lot of races, so if you're not physically fit, this is definitely where you're going to be noticing a difference.
Definitely 6 laps, especially on this track, it's really demanding and difficult, especially this is the day 2, so already one day behind all the girls, 3 heats per day, it's really demanding for physical condition.
And again, the wind and the chop doesn't help either, so they're dealing with more than just the competitors. They do have to deal with the course and the conditions on the course.
But I have to say that the competition during the World Championship, especially in the women class, is increasing year by year. So it's really beautiful to watch more and more female riders to participate at the World Championship level.
Yeah, it's awesome. We have enough people to do 2 heats, or enough women, I should say, to do 2 heats. So that's really cool, and it's a very cool sport for the ladies to get involved with. And they all look like they have it down, and their techniques are perfect.
I definitely agree with you. let's get back to the track. We can see that Eliška Matošková is still leader of this heat of the woman class.
I think she has one more long lap to go through yet.
Yeah, so as her biggest competitor in the heat, which is Natalia Kachliková. And as we can hear and maybe also see, there's the white flag in the air, and it signals that there is only one more lap to go. So last lap for all the ladies.
So there you go. Eliška just went out there for her second long lap, saving it for the end.
Exactly, so the timing looks very well for her. As we can see, there is nobody in front of her right now, just Natalka Kachlikova, which is really close. But
She has to take her long lap.
yes,
So
there she goes. Natalka is going for the second long lap, and there is Eliška, just the last part of the track for her. She's taking the left split again. Few more corners to go.
you can see she keeps her board very close to the buoy, making sure she does not waste any time or space going an extra distance. Here it is, last buoy, crossing the finish line.
And this is the winner of the heat number 3, Eliška Matošková from Czech Republic.
So she did have an issue in the first heat, but she is making up for it with wins since then.
Definitely all the points from the heats are really important for each rider. And to the tomorrow's finals, there are only top 12 best riders. So I believe that Eliška is definitely in the finals, and she will have a great pace tomorrow.
And they do have a throwaway. So you can throw away your lowest moto score. Now, for Eliška, it may be like a third. And she'll be like, I'm going to get rid of that one, which most people would be happy with a third.
Definitely. Most people, yes, but if you're one of the top riders, you always want to take the victory. This is clear.
And Jennifer Beckman closing out the first heat, or Group A, Heat 3 for the ladies. All right, our finish position, first place is Eliška Matsukova. Second place is Mariana Navarova. Third place is Natalie Kichlikova. Fourth place is Linda Lukscheider. Fifth place is Aranta Flores. Sixth place is Emma Strakova. And seventh place is Jennifer Beckman.
Yeah, so this is the Group A and the heat number 3. And we cannot wait for the Group B, where also really strong female riders. So definitely there will be a nice show on the water.
I'm excited for the finals when Aneta and Eliška go head to head, because they seem to be the two that are really breaking away from the field in their respective heat races.
Yeah, these battles are very nice to watch. I believe that once you are at the water and you're Eliška or Aneta, it's a really difficult situation. But these two female riders are one of two best on the world, and both deserve the victory. So let's see who will be the lucky one, and who will show off tomorrow during the finals.
All right, if you guys are just joining us on Brinks TV, this is the UIM MotoSurf World Championships from Bastad, Sweden. We are getting ready for Group B, heat number 3 of the women.
So let's present the riders of the Group B of the women class. With the number 1, we will see Aneta Sloukalova. With number 2, Eliška Charousova. With the number 3, Eugen Lee, the South Korean rider. With the number 4, we will see Alaya Flores. It's the sister of Aranza, so it's kind of family sport, as we can see. With the number 5, there will be Valentina Novotná from the Czech Republic. Number 6, Adela Ostrčilova. With the number 7, Sara Wolfova. And closing with the number 8, Elizabeta Fajtová.
So there you go. The ladies out here getting a little warmed up.
Yeah, this is Aneta Sloukalová. She's warming up. Not only the boards, but also the legs.
That's right. Your feet and legs, you got to get the blood flowing before you just go ham for the actual race.
Yeah, and I have to say that Aneta has really amazing pace during all these 2 days. So I believe she will shine again, even in the heat number 3.
And that's why we're excited about the finals when her and Eliška go head to head. All right, there you go. We're going to get everybody lined up. Hopefully they get a good formation and they get the green flag to start the race. We were talking earlier, you know, with the endurance factor. When you end up having to do the starting formation more than once, you are out there still putting pressure on your, you know, ankles and calves and feet. So if you're just at the edge of endurance for this whole race, the extra starting laps can really come into play.
Definitely, it's kind of static position, so it's not really good for your legs, and you have to be careful. And creating 2 lines, it's not very easy, especially with the waves.
Yeah, Anthony Squire was telling me earlier when he was in the booth that it's, like you said, harder to go slow because you're not necessarily like leaned up over your front leg. You're kind of just posted on your back. And we get the green flag to start the ladies' heat B.
Exactly, we can see that Eliška Charouzová is taking the lead. It's really close with Aneta Sloukalová on the first corner, and it looks a little bit better for Eliška Charouzová. Let's see in the split, and Eliška Charouzová is taking the lead.
Wow, that was amazing. Here we go, they're side by side. Oh no, and she has a little bit of a bobble there.
Oh, we see 2 riders in the water in the split, in the left one. So let's hope the ladies will get to their boards as soon as possible.
Did Aneta just roost her extra hard so that she couldn't see, or what?
No, the split section, it's really, really amazing to see.
I feel like she made a little extra spray there, so that was more difficult for second place to see the line.
Oh, this is amazing. Aneta is a really big fighter, and I believe she knows perfectly that as soon as she will get to a leading position, as better conditions she has. Right now she has a clear water in front of her, but Eliška Charouzová is following her really, really closely.
Man, if Ellie had not made that small little bobble on the first split section, they'd probably still be side by side here.
But now it's going to be difficult because Aneta took the left split, and we can see that these 2 riders are still in the water.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and we see a red flag, so it means that the heat number 3 will have to be stopped for this moment.
So are we going to let them take a break, or are they going to have to cruise around and wait for the starting procedure again?
We will see. Depends on the jury decision, but we should know really quickly.
Here you go. Someone's getting helped back there to the shore. Is that both? 2 people are. So we got 2 riders.
Yeah, we saw Adela Ostrčilova and Valentina Novotná. So Valentina Novotná with number 5. She's rescued by one of the rescue guys.
They must have come together there.
Yeah, and the number 6, Adela Ostrčilova.
She's keeping her left ankle up, which...
Yeah, you know, this is a kind of sensitive part of the leg, especially if you're hit by the other rider.
Well, hopefully everybody's all right, and just maybe some bumps and bruises.
No, I believe it will be okay, and it's not going to be a big injury.
So there we go. She does not look comfortable with her head down. That looks like the position of somebody that's in a little bit of pain.
Yes, definitely agree.
Well, here we got our people sitting on the shore here, checking out the races. Just enjoying summertime in Bastad, Sweden. Look at this person all the way down the corner is very upset about the restart. They're like, just keep it going. As you can see, the wind is going a little bit. It's not extremely bad. It does get gusty from time to time. Luckily, the direction it's going, we're just getting a little bit of chop versus yesterday afternoon. We really started to get some like 2-foot rolling waves, which is even more hectic.
Now the waves, this is the biggest problem of the surface. Once you're riding and the waves are coming to your boards, especially with a group of, here we see 8 people, 8 riders, but for example when there are 12 riders, it's really demanding. It's definitely not static surface, and this is the worst.
Yeah, hopefully the wind stays that it is, as it doesn't get any worse, so they don't have any more to contend with. We are going to take a very short break to just check in with our technical team, see how the racing is developing and what they are doing with our riders. So once we get that all straightened out, we will be back with you guys on Brinks TV.
Yeah, see you in a minute.
And we are back here live on Brinks TV. Basically, our officials had to take the ladies over to the starting area, so we are just waiting for the officials to get back out here so that way they can officiate the race and we can get heat number 3 for women's Group B back underway.
Yeah, let's see if all 8 riders will restart in the race, or if we will race only with 6 riders.
So here we go with our officials. So they are back out on the course. So yeah, the ladies got to sit down maybe, at least not stand on their board for the whole time now. So their legs got a little bit of a reprieve.
Yeah, but always this restart, it's a little bit uncomfortable because once you're on the board, you're focused, your emotions are really high, and the adrenaline as well. So I believe it's not really comfortable, but all these ladies riders, they are really professional. So we will see.
Especially if you're happen to get a good start or make some moves, and then you're up there, and then you have something like this, and you're like, oh no, I got to start all over again.
As we saw, for example, Eliška Hrosová, she had amazing pace, amazing start, and it was a really good beginning of the heat for her. But I believe she will fight once again, and we will see a nice battle on the water.
All right here we got number 2 out here, and number 1, Aneta, is out as well.
Yeah, with the number 2, we will see Eliška Hrosová, as we mentioned, her amazing start. With the number 1, we have Aneta Sloukalová. These 2 ladies are biggest rivals in Group B. Both riders are participating in a World Championship level many years, so they both know really well what to do, how to do the starting procedure perfectly, and all the needed things for a perfect heat.
So we got 6 ladies out here right now. So I guess we did lose the 2 that collided. So like I said, hopefully everybody's all right and they're just like a little bit banged up, but it's not going to be any type of serious injury.
I believe it will be fine. Anyway, as you mentioned, one of the heat at the end before the final will be cut off. So even this is a good situation for the ones who are not that successful, or when there is a situation like this, this heat will be cut off for them, and they will still have the important points for the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting into the starting formation. And again, it's up to the officials to decide whether they are in a good enough formation to start the race. I'm assuming no, because 4 is ahead of some people.
As we can see, Aneta is doing the round with her hand, so she signifies that she will do it once again.
So now you're really, they've already done a couple of laps, and now they're riding around again. So for sure, endurance is going to come into play here.
Definitely. So with the number 1, Slokalova, 2, Haruzova, with the 3, Eugen Lee, with the 4, Flores, number 5, Novotná Valentina, which is out of the race at this moment, and so as Adela Odstrčilova, then the number 7, Sara Wolfova, and Elizabeta Fajtová with 8. It looks good, and right now it was successful. All the ladies are leading. And we can see again Eli Haruzova really fast and getting in front of Aneta Slokalova, but it's so tight.
So close.
And now it looks better for Aneta Slokalova, but let's see. Okay, Aneta is taking the lead. Aneta is taking the lead. She chose the left split and Eli is follow her.
Ellie has great starting technique, apparently, because she makes up a lot of time.
I believe that Ellie is a little bit, she's not that heavy as Aneta. She's a little bit lighter. And maybe it's one of the reasons why she's so fast.
Wow, look at the lead Aneta has already.
So Aneta is leading of the heat number 3. Amazing condition for her. Nobody's in front of her. The water is really clear, just a bit of waves.
Yeah, she really gapped her quite quick. It's only been like half a lap. She's already gotten herself a second.
Yeah, we could see also the previous group as Eliška. So this is the same story as before.
Which is why I can't wait for them to meet in the finals.
Oh, I believe even the fans at their television right now, they will see some spectacular race.
Ooh, number 2, Ellie, getting a little bit squirrely, but she pulled it off. Definitely cost a little bit of time, all those little teeny mistakes.
Yeah, the split we can see it's very tight, so it's really difficult for all the ladies to fit into. It's the most difficult part of the track.
And here comes Eunjin Lee.
Eugen Lee is one of the riders that performing in last races really amazing results, especially compared to last year. She improved a lot, so she's one of my favorite riders at this moment.
I like her style too. She's very aggressive. She commands the board to go where she wants it, and she just looks cool riding.
Yeah, she's a lovely person, but she's fighting like a dog.
That's good. That's what you got to do in the World Championship of MotoSurf.
In this one, we can see that Aneta is still the leader in the left split, and Eliška is definitely copying her. They both have to go twice to the Joker buoy, to the long lap, let's say.
Let's see if she takes it this time. Remember, they have to take 2 long laps during this race. They have 6 laps total, so 2 of them have to include the long lap.
Yeah, and there she is, Eunjin Lee, still keeping the third. She's the one choosing the right split.
Yeah, most people are choosing the left split.
Yeah, it sometimes it happens that it fits much better, one of them, but also it depends if you're regular or if you're goofy.
Yeah, Anthony was saying that front side turns are you can do them much tighter than you can backside. So you're going to try to go through the split so that you're doing more of the turns on your better turning side.
Exactly, exactly.
So here we got Aneta on screen, just cruising, keeping it calm, consistent.
And Aneta is really strong with her physical condition, so it's one of the biggest advantage of her.
She's like, go ahead, make us circle around and do the starting procedure again. It'll just help me out. All right, so far leaders have not gone through the split. So we're going to see, we're getting down to where they're going to have to.
Now we have two riders from the Apex Pilots team in the split. Eugen Lee in the left one and Elizaveta Fajtová, the founder of the team, in the right split. Elizaveta is currently at the 5th position so far in this heat.
Elizabeth Fajtová, both ladies are competing in the same team, Apex Pilots Engineering.
But still the leader, Aneta Stloukalová. She represents Czech Republic and the Matech team.
She's looking around, getting a little feel on where the other competitors are. She knows she's got a gap now. Probably took a deep breath and just laying down the laps.
And we can see that she really controls what is going on the track.
After that, there can be some risk of
Yeah, and no mistakes. Very smooth, consistent laps all the time.
Eugen Lee once again in the left split. There are no so much more laps to go, so I believe that Aneta will do her timing. And there she is. Aneta is taking the long lap right now.
So it looks like she'll probably have to do the next one as well. I'm sure we're getting towards the end of this moto here.
And we can see that Eliška is trying to get the best power out of her board. She's pushing really, really down with her legs. And believe me, this is one of the most difficult, especially if you're in the 3rd or 4th lap of the race. And getting so down on the board, it's really demanding.
Yeah, their legs are burning right now. They're
but
breathing hard.
We can see that the gap is not so big between the leader and between Eliška and the second.
Yeah, and they both did the long lap at the same time, so it definitely was not advantage gained from that. She's just putting in the laps.
Yeah, this is the situation when it's better for the rider on the second position, because she controls it, she controls the situation, and if she would get on the joker and then return, it could be a bit of traffic for her.
So that's the strategy with the joker, is trying to find some clear real estate in front of you and not get hooked up behind anyone.
Exactly, the timing is very important.
Right.
And there she is, Aneta, for the second time at the joker buoy. And so is Eliška. So if there is no mistake until the end of the race, I believe it will be Stloukalová on the 1st and Charouzová on 2nd.
You know, those two look pretty safe in their positions. Like you said, something big would have to happen. They'd have to go down.
You know, even a little mistake can cost you a victory, especially if you can see the split. It's really tight. And as we know, Aneta is opening the last lap at this moment. The white flag is up, and there she goes. Aneta is opening the last lap. Eliška, Charouzová really close. Also going to the last lap right now. Then we have Korean rider Eugen Lee on the 3rd. Right now taking the left split.
Elizaveta on screen. She's in 5th position right now.
Yeah, also one more lap to go for all the female drivers.
So this is our last lap. See see if everybody holds their positions. Now we got on the screen Alea.
Yeah, Alaya from Mexico, also heading to her last lap at this moment. We could see her sister in a previous group.
So the sisters got to go head to head. I wonder if there's any fighting at the house, depending on who beats who.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see the results of the woman group, Group B. And Aneta Slokalova as the leader of the wool race, finished in the first position, so great points for Aneta. Eliška Charozova, amazing pace, second place. Then the Eugen Lee from Korea, third. Alaya Flores from Mexico on the fourth. Then Elizabeta Faitova finished fifth. And last but not least, Sara Wolfova on sixth. So this was the Group B of the woman class.
There we go. There we got our spectators hanging out, checking out the racing. There you go. Somebody's got some gelato there in a cone. Have you gone and got your gelato?
Not yet.
What is wrong with you? What are you waiting for?
Oh, I'm the coffee person.
I've been having coffee and gelato.
Yeah, so the woman class, it's amazing. So I believe also all of you guys watching the Brinks TV has enjoyed, and we will slightly move to another category.
Let me see what we got up next is the stock and stock R divisions. So we're going to have 3 heats of that. Let me get through my stack of papers here to the stock division.
Yeah, the riders are getting ready.
So here we go. Starting position for stock Heat 3, Group A. So we're going to see the defending world champion in this group, Misong Kim. Also Anthony Squire, Alexander Lanier, Jen Tratkovic, Hans Huddleberg, Adam Fisek, and Better Chirakak Janora. How are you, Martin? You're laughing
well.
at my reading of the names, aren't you?
Sometimes it's not that easy, especially the last name. I know that Wacharasak Jantor from Thailand is not an easy one to pronounce, but yeah, he's there and he will be fighting for the top positions, as well as Min Sung Kim and Anthony Squire. I just spoke to Anthony Squire before a while, and he just said that he's ready to challenge Min Sung in that heat. And of course, the best news of the whole afternoon is that the both girls after the crash are perfectly fine. There was just
Good.
some little stress about the ankle of Valentina Novotná, but I think that she should be perfectly fine. She went for the further medical checkup, but I think that she will be all right. So there is no major injury. So that's the best news of today, and we can now fully focus on the stock and the stock R heat number 3.
So there's Anthony going by. I did see him messing with his bindings a little bit, and I know that yesterday when they were doing practice, he had an issue. I don't know if one of the straps broke or what. So we'd have to ask him later. Maybe it's that same binding he's having an issue with. Maybe he got a different strap for it. I'm not 100% sure. But even in our second heat, he was there messing with the binding a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't hinder him at all. And like Martin here said, he's fired up and trying to challenge for the win. He wasn't that happy with his last race.
Well, he wasn't happy because like I said, he's been facing some technical difficulty with his binding, but he's definitely ready, to challenge Min Sung. Of course, Anthony is ready to fight for the victory. But we know how fast Min Sung Kim is, so it will be a very difficult task. But let's see how they can put it together, because now we are racing on a totally different conditions than we saw this morning and straight after lunch, because we have a little bit of the wind blowing out of the seaside, and we can see the water surface is getting a little bit more choppy, so it will be a little bit more challenging for all the stock, elite, and then electric challenge racers.
Maybe Anthony's extra weight will help him push through the chop versus trying to bounce off of it.
Well, this could be something what Anthony actually can use in his favor, because he's very strong physically. So maybe he can turn it into his advantage.
He also said he was eating all the baked goods, so he should be fueled up on carbs from baked goods.
I'm sure that Anthony is always, he always makes sure that he's
Fueled up?
He's filled up and his nutrition is always in line.
So here we go. They are in line for the starting procedure. Let's see if they get the green flag to start the moto. You can see the official there paying close attention. Looks like he gave the thumbs up, so I think they're going to start the race. Yep, it looks
So
like
the
they're
V
good.
shape is being formed, and we see Min Sung Kim as the leader. He actually has the right to repeat the starting procedure. So he just asked, the marshals to make one more circle to form up the V shape once again before they get ready for the start. And we have also the home presence of Alexander Lanner and Hannes Hultberg, both Swedish representatives racing in the Group A of this heat class. So we will see Min Sung Kim with number 1. Number 2 will be Anthony Squire. Number 3 will be Alexander Lanner racing in front of the home crowd. Number 4 will be Jan Travnicek from Czech Republic. Number 5 will be Hannes Hultberg, another homeboy racing in this class. Number 6, Adam Fitzek, one of the Stock R Merlin Plus racers, and number 7 will be worn by Wattcharasak Jantorn from Thailand.
Awesome. Again, we do have stock and stock R competitors combined in this class. And once again, if you are the top 5 in this class, you actually show up, no motor in your surfboard, and you draw a number. So there's 5 identical motors, electronics, everything, and these guys actually don't know which one they're getting until they get here and pull. So it's definitely an even class. It's basically just dependent on your, endurance and technical ability, which is really cool.
Yeah, so let's see how they can form and if we can get this race underway. And the green flag is down and we are racing, and we see Min Sung Kim holding up the first position. Anthony Squire is trying to get there and try to stick to Min Sung. With number 3 there's Alexander Lanner from Sweden holding the outside line, and we see Min Sung Kim holding up the first place, and he is taking the left side of the split. Anthony Squire goes to the right. Alexander Lanner goes to section. Keeping his leading position, followed by Anthony Squire and Alexander Lanner. Both Min Sung Kim and Alexander Lanner are the regular position racers, so this track should be a little bit in the favor of these two.
Like Min Sung needed any more in his favor.
well, he definitely doesn't need it, and when he even is able to put something on top, you can see what he is doing right now, that he is absolutely dominating the whole session, and it seems like he's been pretty much dominating the whole today's program. So yesterday's mistake in the heat number 1, or it was in this morning's program actually, that he made a little mistake with the crash, but now he's completely mistake free and he's going for another victory of the heat class, of the stock class heats.
So Anthony Squire already going for the Joker lap. He's getting that out of the way. I guess he doesn't want to deal with traffic.
I guess he's just looking for a clear course, and we see Jan Travnicek with number 4 having a crash in the middle of the split. He just lost a little bit of the traction on the back side of the board, and he's trying to get up as soon as he can, and he is now followed by Anthony Squire wearing number 2 on his shorts, who is then followed by Alexander Lanner, because these two guys, Anthony Squire and Alexander Lanner, they went for the long lap in the very early stages of the race, and they will try to use the advantage of the clear way ahead of them.
Yeah, do you think that was probably the thought process for Anthony and the other guy that took that lap, was just to clear the track out in front of them? Now they're not in traffic.
Well, I think that Anthony just tries to make a different strategy. He just wants to stay concentrated on himself. And now there's only one question: if he can make the faster lap time than Min Sung Kim, because he might be close to him in terms of the lap times. But I think that the advantage that Min Sung Kim was able to open in these first 3 laps will most likely be enough to hold it for the rest of the session.
Min Sung Kim also, just doesn't make a mistake. So that's, like you said, if you're Anthony and you see him and you're trying to stay with him, I bet that would be a bit distracting or frustrating if you're like, oh, he just keeps gapping me a tiny bit.
Yeah, let's see now. Min Sung Kim is deciding to take the long lap run on his own, but I think that Anthony Squire will be just way too behind to close this gap. So let's see how this will end up for the American, if he can close enough and if he can knock the doors on the South Korean.
No, Min Sung already out of the Joker lap here, and nobody is to be seen there behind him. So he's definitely got himself quite a gap on second.
I think that Anthony Squire, he went for the long lap already twice, so he should be done with that. So this will give a bit of the challenge also for Min Sung Kim, because he sees Anthony Squire way behind him, so he might think that his gap is just way too big.
He relaxes
it might not be the case.
Yeah, that's a good. That's another one. Good point is that now, since he's done his Joker lap, both Joker laps, Min Sung doesn't know where he actually is compared to him.
Exactly, and now we can see that Min Sung Kim has to deal also with a bit of the traffic in front of him. So it seems like number 4, Jan Travnicek, is a little bit in his way. He is the racer who had a fall in the first lap. So I think that Min Sung Kim will have to go to the long lap, and Jan Travnicek is going as well, so this will not help the traffic at all for Min Sung.
Yeah, no, he's in traffic doing the Joker lap, so
let's see how this is going to develop, because Min Sung Kim now has to deal with the traffic, and he has to go there twice. And here we can see Anthony Squire closing to Min Sung, and they are out of the course, and Anthony Squire is a couple of the board lengths behind Min Sung Kim.
So does Min Sung have another Joker lap?
Min Sung, I think they are both equal with both of the Joker laps. So they are now done with the long laps, and now it's all about the traffic. I think the traffic that is now slowing down the race leader. This can be the crucial thing for both of them.
So there is somebody in between Min Sung and Squire, though.
Yeah, we see Jan Travnicek and Adam Fitzek in front of them, because these two racers still have the obligation to go into the long lap. So Adam Fitzek is taking the long lap right now, so is Jan Travnicek. So we have Min Sung Kim and Anthony Squire taking over the lead. But, we can see that from the last lap that Min Sung Kim is a bit faster compared to Anthony Squire, so he was able to open a little bit of the gap. So Min Sung Kim is now quite comfortably in the lead. But, whoa, Anthony Squire has a bit of the moment in the split, which allows Alexander Lanner to close up onto Anthony. So now we have Anthony and Alex being very, very close, but the checkered flag is out, and Min Sung Kim wins the heat, and Anthony Squire defeats Alexander Lanner from Sweden in that heat. Alexander Lanner is very, very happy with his performance, because he finished very close on Anthony Squire, but Anthony Squire was actually very, very close on losing his second position in the very last stages of the race.
And you can hear all the Swedish fans over here clapping, because one of their guys got third. finishing on the podium.
Of course, they are very happy for the home racer and for the success of the home racers. Alexander Lanner and Hannes Holdberg, they both did very well in the session. So of course they have a reason to be happy, and I think Alexander Lanner will be over the moon on finishing that close behind Anthony Squire. So we see the final results. We have the South Korean Min Sung Kim winning the Group A heat number 3 of the stock class. Anthony Squire finishing second. Alexander Lanner from Sweden finishing in third. Adam Ficek finishes fourth as the fastest rookie. Fifth place for Jan Travnicek from Czech Republic. Sixth place for Hannes Holberg. And the seventh place for Vad Charasak Jantorn as the second fastest rookie of the session. So we saw South Korea, USA, Sweden, Czech Republic and Thailand fighting in this heat. And there's only one who can win it, and it's South Korean Min Sung Kim.
So we are getting ready for Group B of the stock class.
And the lineup for the Group B of the stock class will be Damian Kadlec wearing shorts number 1, followed by Adam Janošek from Czech Republic, his compatriot. Number 3, Timotej Zubor from Slovakia. Number 4, home racer Adam Hedberg. Number 5, Efe Gursoy from Turkey. Number 6, Vladimir Andila from Czech Republic. Number 7, Fares Ramadan from Kuwait, going for the Stock R class Merlin Plus. Number 8, David Krichka, Merlin Plus Stock R. And number 9, Lorenzo Tanda from Italy, again with the Stock R class.
So we're getting everybody out here right now. We're going to get them lined up for the starting procedure and see if they can get it done first try here.
I think in this session we will see a bit of the challenge in between the first 3 guys. You know, they used to train together. They are quite close friends, so I can't wait to see them fighting on the water. I'm speaking about Damian Kadlec, Adam Janošek, and Timotej Zubor. They actually train on the same lake. They know each other very well. They are more or less on the same age, so I can't wait for the fight out here for the Swedish points here in Båstad. So Czech Republic and Slovakia, also the countries that are very close to each other, have a lot of common history from the past, and the 3 friends fighting in the same group. It will be very, very interesting to see.
Yeah, and it's fun when people know each other, right? Because they know how one another ride, and they usually end up, battling a little more.
Well, they know each other very well. I'm sure that they know each other's strong points, weak points. They know a little bit of the tactics because they know very well how these guys are training because they practice together on the lake. So it will be very interesting to see who will be the fastest eventually.
Here we go. We got a boat just driving through the course here. No problem. Causing a little bit of waves for them, I would assume. They're just heading to the harbor over here. They're probably going to get themselves some coffee, some dinner, and hopefully hang out and watch MotoSurf. All right, so we're trying to get everybody lined up for the starting procedure. You see Damian Kadlec is leading the group around. He's going to have his hand up. There you go. Saying, hey, I am the lead starter. I am in the pole position. And you can see those waves they're going through. I would assume he circled back around so they could let those waves dissipate so they're not trying to start through these big ripples. Good thing that wasn't any bigger of a boat there. You'd have some serious waves in here.
Yeah, we see Damian Kadlec wearing shorts number 1 already, raising his hand, and he will be ready for the starting procedure. Let's see how the lining up for the rolling start will go and how the marshals evaluate the whole situation. If they are able to drop the green flag and to put the Heat 3 of the stock class Group B underway.
All right, here looks good. The official's got his hand up. Nope.
No, so we go one more time. So Damian Kadlec will need to lead the whole pack once again. So at least the racers will explore a bit of the Swedish coastline here in the southern Sweden.
Yeah, you do see that bit of chop out there. The water is definitely getting rougher.
It gets very choppy. It gets very choppy, and this will be very interesting to see in the finals tomorrow because we have the wind changing directions tomorrow for the finals. It will be blowing from the west, so it will be even tougher.
Yeah, and yesterday the wind was coming from out on the water in towards the shore, and it really made some like big rolling waves, where today it's been coming from the shore like out onto the water, and it has made it rough, but it's more just like small choppy stuff versus being like big rolling waves like we had yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and also we have to remember about the waves which are made at the course when the race is going on. Because what we can see from the shore is like 20% what is actually happening on the water. So
Yeah.
when you are in the middle of the buoys, you have the other racers coming around. You have way more waves, and you have way more difficulties on the course than you can see from the shore. But I think that these guys can handle the situation very well, and they will be able to perform well, and they will be able to give us, you know, the great view. And the green flag is down, and Damian Kadlec doesn't have the best kind of reaction. We see Adam Janošek trying to overspeed the Czech compatriot, but it will be Damian Kadlec defending his position as a leader.
Adam went a little bit wide, and that cost him a little bit. Although I know from speaking with Anthony Squire, he did say you want to avoid that white water because that's a bunch of air bubbles in there, and you don't get quite the drive out of it. Now you can see the rolling, waves coming in a little bit.
I can say Adam Janošek, he went on the right side of the split, and he had a situation. He was very close to the crash, and Timotej Zubor found an opportunity to make an overtake on the Czech racer. So now we have the swap in the positions in the second place. So we have Damian Kadlec leading the way with Timotej Zubor from Slovakia in second, and Adam Janošek is in third, but there is the crash for Timotej Zubor. After taking the second place, he falls down to the water, and he opens the door for Adam Janošek once again. So Janošek comes back to second place.
Meanwhile, our leader has just opened up the gap, and he is pretty comfortably out there for the first lap. Going for the long lap right off of the bat.
So we will have the change in the leading position. Adam Janošek will take over the leading as Damian Kadlec decided to go for the joker. Honestly, I don't know if that was the smartest move, because the traffic he will need to face will be quite high. So he needs to...
Well, at least they took the long lap too. Otherwise, like you said, he was going to be stuck behind him through this whole option section and everything else.
But he was lucky in this lap because one of the other opponents, he went to the long lap as well. So Damian Kadlec seems to be lucky in his decision, and that he will not be stopped from posting super fast lap times, what he's used to. But anyways, we have the Adam Janošek in the lead for now, followed by Ramadan Fares, who competes in the Merlin Plus Stock R class and representing Kuwait.
So actually, R class. So although he is second in this race, he's actually leading the stock R class, followed by David Krička.
And we have Adam Janošek going on the long lap. Ramadan Fares is taking the leading position in that heat. And in the meantime, Damian Kadlec overtakes Adam Janošek, but going for another long lap. So Adam Janošek is back in the second place. Ramadan Fares is now leading the way, and Damian Kadlec will come back on the third place, but with both of the long laps.
But again, Fares has to do his 2 long laps as well.
Fares needs to make the 2 long laps, and of course he needs to care about these 2 behind him from the Merlin Plus Stock R, which are David Krička and Lorenzo Tanda from Italy. And it's quite interesting to see that now the Stock R class are actually leading this heat. And yeah, it's just a great sign, like we spoke before. It's great that they have the possibility to get used to the competition and the level of the pace in this class. Fares Ramadan is going to the long lap for the first time We see Timotej Zubor also passing by and continuing in the course. And Adam Janošek will now be coming back, and they will be quite close with Ramadan Fares, but Adam Janošek is ahead of him and takes his second long lap. And we see Damian Kadlec, who already has passed both of the jokers, is now continuing on the way, and he's making the move on Adam Janošek, and Damian Kadlec is back in the second place.
Oh no, and
Damian Kadlec is in the water. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Kadlec, the favorite of this heat, Damian Kadlec is in the water, and open doors for Adam Janošek to overtake him. So this will be a costly mistake for number 16 from the Czech Republic.
Yep, he's back up and going again, but the damage is done. Definitely lost the position.
So let's see how this develops. Let's see what Ramadan Fares can do in the late stages of the session.
Taking his second long lap.
So Ramadan Fares is going for the second long lap. Let's see where Adam Janošek can return. But this will be very interesting because we see Adam Janošek and Damian Kadlec right behind each other, and this will be very close. They both managed to pass Ramadan Fares, and they are both heading into the split. And this will be very interesting, the last 3 laps of this session. They get slowed down in the split, but they are board on board. This will be the head-to-head, and we see the white flag in the air. So this is the last lap, and they are going very close to each other. They will just check the finish line, and they are heading into the very last lap, and they are going board on board, head-to-head battle.
Yeah, so Damien has pulled right back up onto Adam. Let's see if Adam makes a mistake this lap and gives it back.
I'm sure he will give it his absolute best, you know, to defend the position from Damian Kadlec, and I think it will be all about the split. And you know, let's see. They might both take the left side and just take the positions how they are, or they will just fight each other. Let's see how this is going to end up. Oh, nobody wants to risk. They go both for the left side of the split. They will be, and Damian Kadlec is in the water one more time and gives Adam Janošek the victory on the golden plate.
And that also hurts him for the main too, because the amount of points he's going to make.
And so the checkered flag is out, and Adam Janošek makes it, and he wins the Heat 3 of the Group B of the stock class. And Damian Kadlec goes second, and Ramadan Fares goes third as the fastest Merlin Plus stock R racer.
Adam was pumped on that win. You could tell he realized around the last buoy, and he was very excited about that, which is awesome to see. You always want to see people happy with themselves.
I think he will be over the moon with his victory. It's you know, the great booster. It's a great motivation, you know, to see that you can actually beat even someone that fast as Damian Kadlec is this weekend, and that you can get on the level of his pace. And well, you know, Adam Janošek had a great ride. He stayed on the board, avoided any kind of mistakes, and he wins the Heat 3 of the Group B of the stock class. From Damian Kadlec in second, Fares Ramadan in third, David Krčka fourth. Timotej Zubor finishes fifth in front of Adam Hedberg in sixth. Vladimir Angel finishes seventh. Efe Gursoy from Turkey finishes eighth, and Lorenzo Tanda from Italy concludes the heat in ninth place.
There you go. There you have it for Group B of the stock class. We actually do have 3 groups in stock. So there's one more stock moto, and we have another 9 guys in this one. So our lineup for Group C in the stock class is Dawn Kim from South Korea, Hassan Bobas from Kuwait, Jacob Kazan from the Czech Republic, Miroslav Kops, also from the Czech Republic, Ayrton Aboli from Mexico, Alexander Strom from Sweden, hometown boy, Michael Michaeladas from Cyprus, Denis Dislek from the Czech Republic, and Denis Kulic from the Czech Republic as well. And again, we have stock and stock R both in this class.
And we see Ibrahim Ramadan, the father of the Fares Ramadan, watching the heats, of course, cheering for his son. He's always present at every single race. He's always cheering for his son, spending a huge amount of time, and that's obviously one of the reasons of the great progress of the Kuwaiti racers. It's a great family spirit. They've been involved in the jet ski races in the past. Now we can see Ibrahim waving for the TV. We also send you the greetings, Ibrahim, and thank you for everything what you are putting to the sport and into the progress of your son. And yeah, let's go to the Group C of. There is one very familiar name throughout the session, Dam Kim from South Korea. The
Yeah.
tireless South Korean competing in 2 classes this weekend, in the Masters and in the stock class as well. And he will be the guy to beat from the other racers. Hassan Bouabbas from Kuwait, the compatriot to Fares Ramadan, and Jakub Kozon, starting with shorts number 3.
So again, we have stock and stock R in this race. Stock R is rookie. So these guys are new to the sport, and they're basically, gaining experience and being able to race with the regular stock competitors. So now they have an idea of where they stack up against everybody once they have to move up. And welcome Brinks TV as a sponsor of the MotoSurf World Championships. We're very excited to be on Brinks TV and get on, live stream there, brought to a whole new audience, and actually the elite class, which is the pinnacle of MotoSurf, unlimited modifications to your boards. It's basically the highest class you can get. The winner of the elite class will win the Brinks Cup. So not only is Brinks live streaming the events for us and bringing us to a whole new audience, they're actually sponsoring the event, and the Elite Championship is known now as the Brinks Cup. So I know all the elite riders are excited to be the first guy to be a Brinks Cup champion.
These are the best of the best, and we will see them in a couple of minutes straight after the Group C of the stock class. And so don't miss it, because it will be a great racing, seeing Alex Loscheider, seeing Lukáš Kozon, seeing many more of the racers fighting for the Brinks Cup for the first time ever in MotoSurf. We are excited to have the Brinks Cup on board, because it was the extra motivation for the elite class racers to fight for that special prize and for this special cup. And this is the time for the stock class. So let's see how Dawn Kim from South Korea can manage already. It's heat number 3, but for him it's the heat number 6 today.
Yeah. Yeah. When we talk about endurance, a lot of guys are getting tired at the end of their motos, and Dawn Kim is racing a whole extra class. So he's doing twice the amount of races of almost everybody here. There are a couple people riding more than one class, but he's basically the only one riding this high level classes, multiple of them. So you guys can see that the water is pretty choppy. The wind has been consistent here. And again, it's chop, not really waves, so I guess that is at least, some good news for the riders. We got our leader out there with the #1 shorts, Dawn Kim. He's going to lead our riders through the starting procedure. And let's see if we get the green flag for this start right here.
Yeah, so Down Kim leading the way. It seems like we have the green flag going down, and it will be Down Kim and Hassan Bouabas. Hassan Bouabas is really determined, to beat Down Kim in this heat, and he is taking a little bit of the outside line to gain some extra speed coming into the split section, but Down Kim closes the doors, and he is taking the left side of the split, and he will maintain his leading position. And he is a little bit faster in the split, and he will exit the split as leader from Hassan Bouabas. We have the crash in the split. That was Denis Dusilek making his way back on the board. It was also Mike Michaelides who passed him, but this is the leader of the session, South Korean Down Kim, followed by Hassan Bouabas from Kuwait and Jakub Kozon from Czech Republic.
Once again, international group here, all competing in the MotoSurf World Championships stock class, N stock R. So let's get a look. It looks like Down Kim still in the lead, followed by Hassan Bouabas, then Jacob Kazan. So everybody basically is still in the same positions that they started in for the first three at least. Then you have number 7 moving his way up, Faris Ramadan. We do have
it's Mike Michaelides from Cyprus on the 4th place, making his way up. Mike Michaelides, he spent a whole week before Sweden training in Czech Republic with some of the other racers from the Czech Republic, and you can see the progress. It is very important to spend the time within the community of racers, going to race, to practice, going to eat, going to off-training activities together to get the mentality and to get the challenges in between the community, just to make it faster, and just to increase the performance of the racer. And I think that Mike Michaelides will be very happy with how he is progressing with his MotoSurf skills.
Yeah, you want to surround yourself with people that have a similar goal, so that it doesn't seem weird that all day you're obsessed about getting better on this surfboard. If you're dealing with people that don't, compete or anything, they're like, why do you care? What are you putting so much time in? So it's better, to be surrounded by people with like goals, and maybe you can learn a little bit from them as well. All right, so still in the lead, Down Kim. We're going to see if, wow, he's got a big lead here already. See if he takes his long lap or if he's going to save it for later.
Yeah, he's very comfortably on the first place, Down Kim, followed by Jakub Kozon. And these two guys, they are one of these 5 racers in the stock class that are racing on the drone engine. So these two guys actually came to Sweden without engines in their boards because they got the equal machinery provided by JetSurf as the manufacturing supplier for this class. And so we can say that they are racing on exactly the same piece of equipment.
So you had your first and second, Down Kim and Hassan Bouabas, both go out and do their long laps right off of the bat. So we'll see. I don't know if Hassan was just following down or if they just had the same plan coming into the race, but we're going to see how it plays out.
Hassan Bouabas is now making his way from the long lap. So it seems to me like he's done with both of his obligations to make his way into the long lap. So now we can expect that the Kuwaiti representative will be making his way out in the field.
Yeah, I feel like getting him out of the way is good. But again, I think if you can save it till a point where there's people in front of you and then you can do the long lap and kind of get out of traffic, I think that's obviously also beneficial.
If you can stick to this plan, of course, it is the ideal solution. It doesn't always go, as to the plan, because anything can happen. It's still motorsport, and anything can happen. We see Down Kim taking the long lap right now, and he is coming back on the course, being there very close with Mike Michaelides from Cyprus. But they both are safely through the course, and we can see the the white flag being waved. So this is the sign that we are in the last lap. And Down Kim is one lap closer to another victory under his belt.
With an impressive lead, he's just out there putting his laps in, not making any mistakes. That's the advantage, right? Once you get yourself out front like this, you're basically just putting in your laps. You don't have to worry about anybody pressuring you.
Oh, I think there is absolutely no pressure on Down Kim because he is in the lead with the very comfortable gap. So he will just control his ride until the very end and until seeing the checkered flag. So we have Jakub Kozon in the second place. I think that he will be happy with the second place. We have Arton Eboli from Mexico currently sitting in third place. Let's see how the last lap jokers will, or how the last lap long laps will shake up with the standings. But here goes Down Kim through the split section. Last couple of buoys for the South Korean representative. He just goes to cross the balloon. One red, one yellow buoy, and the checkered flag for the South Korean. The world champion from 2022, Down Kim, wins the heat number 3 of the stock class. Jakub Kozon finishes second, and let's wait who will cross the finish line in third place.
Big gap between second and third. Oh no, somebody's down.
So third place goes to Hassan Boabas, fourth place for Arton Eboli from Mexico. Here goes Mike Michaelides, who will be the fastest Merlin Plus Stock R. So he is the fastest rookie of the session. So Cyprus will celebrate the first place in this heat. As Mike Michaelides manages to beat Denis Dusilek and Denis Kulich both from the Czech Republic, and so the representative from Cyprus takes the victory in the Merlin Plus Stock R.
Next up, we have the elite class, which we spoke about before, is going for the Brinks Cup. They only have one heat, but they do, one group. So this is Heat 3, and this is the only group for the elite. They're going to do 8 laps. 2 of them are long laps. They have to do 2 long laps during this. Every class basically has to do 2 long laps.
Here's the final results of the Heat 3 of the Group C of the stock class. Down Kim, Jakub Kozon, Hassan Boabas, Arton Eboli, Mike Michaelides closing the top 5 and finishing as the fastest stock R racer. 6th place for Denis Dusilek, 7th Miroslav Kopš, 8th place for Denis Kulich, and home racer Alexander Ström concludes the session in 9th place. Of course, it wouldn't be the celebration of Down Kim without doing donuts in front of the crowd. Yeah, he is obviously very happy, and
I love that he does it every time. He stays consistent.
he is super consistent. He's super consistent with
On and
winning,
off the track.
winning every time, donuts every time. He's super consistent. It's like, one of the Korean racers once, she told me, everything is systemized in Korea. So it seems like Down Kim has a perfect system in winning and making
he
the
has
celebrations.
to do his donuts. It's a requirement. All right, so here we go for the elite class, heat number 3. We have Alex Lukenscheider from the Czech Republic. We have Lukas Kazan. Didn't he just come off of the track here? He's going to turn around, go right back out.
Yeah, Lukáš Kozon, and then Dominik Katlec, the older brother of Damian Katlec. So this will be, the two.
And in number 4 shorts, we have Mateusz Novotny. In the number 5 shorts, we have Marek Gamla. In the number 6 shorts, we have Oliver Navarra. In the number 7, we have Matej Kozic. In number 8, we have Jacob Kornfeld. Number 9, Yuri Wolf. And the A, there's no number 10 shorts, apparently. And he gets a letter, Daniel Proviznik. So that's our.
So we will see the fastest riders of the MotoSurf world competing in the elite class here in Sweden. For the first time ever, they will be competing for the Brinks Cup, because the elite class is the fastest racers class, will be also the challenge and the race and the motivation for the racers to win in the Brinks Cup. We are live on the Brinks TV, and we will see who out of these 10 super fast racers will make it happen and who will score the all important points for the Brinks Cup.
Now, if you remembered what the last race sounded like, you just keep that in mind, because these motors are able to be modified, and they definitely have a different sound to them.
They have very different sound. You can hear it, you can see it. You know, the speed of these boards is slightly higher, and of course the racing itself is super tight in this class. These guys are, they came from all the different classes. Of course, they started with juniors, some of them with the stock R, and it's basically all the fastest racers collected throughout all the classes, and they are now competing in the elite class and also for the Brinks Cup.
You see some Rocket Racing riders right there, all getting ready in their matching jerseys.
We see the two Rocket Racing guys. That's Matyáš Novotný and Dan Provaznik. Matyáš Novotný is actually the World Championship leader in the current standings. He races for the team established by the 6-time world champion Lukas Zahorsky, who is leading the whole team, who is leading all the practices, who is basically leading all the sports activity, and his team is doing very well in the championship.
All right, so we're just getting these guys ready to go to start this elite moto. Wonder if they're waiting for officials or what's going on there. So, yeah, come on down to Bastad, Sweden if you have not, especially for the summer months. It's a big summer vacation destination here in Sweden. The town has about 5,000 permanent residents, and the number actually doubles from April to September during the summer months. Lots of Swedes coming down here and enjoying the weather and the water, and of course all the eating and shopping that's within walking distance from our venue right here. Super clean. I can tell you the down here by the beach, all the roads are cobblestone, and all the buildings are, architecture is really cool, a little bit older. So, I mean, I like this type of stuff. And European beaches. This is my first time on a European beach. And so far, I'm excited about it. Weather's been perfect. Temperature's not too hot, not too cold. So, yeah. Get down here and experience. And look at this. Just a short drive from, do we call that a mountain or a big hill? It's a mountain.
Yeah, we see the beautiful surroundings of Båstad in the south of Sweden, and in the meantime we're getting the information from the race direction that in a couple of minutes we will be back with the action of the elite class. So in the meantime we can have a beautiful shot of the coastline of Sweden, of the Swedish Riviera, what they call it. The city of Båstad, the city well known for many tournaments, many events, well known for the ATP tennis, known for many festivals, classic car events, now MotoSurf World Championship race. And yeah, it's the place of tourism, it's the place of sports, it's the place of culture, and it's the place to be.
Absolutely. Like we've been saying the whole time, you can get tons of great coffee here. I haven't really found a bad cup of coffee while I've been here, which typically can be difficult finding good coffee. So I've just come across good coffee after good coffee. I had some pistachio gelato. I need to try another flavor. What's your favorite flavor of the?
Well, it depends. When I cycle, I used to spoil myself, so I go for chocolate. And when I'm racing, I normally go for some mango sorbet just to keep it a little bit closer to the diet. But yeah, we can see people swimming and enjoying the water here in Bosta. Actually, one of the beaches in front of the Skansen Hotel, there is even the spa at the end of the pier, and it looks fantastic because you have the spa and you have the entrance directly in the sea. And I had an opportunity once to be here in the winter and to go straight from the sauna to that sea, and it was just a phenomenal experience.
Yeah, I keep seeing people pop out of there with their robes on. I'm like, what, they just get a Swedish massage or what? Like, I need to get in there and get myself one. A real Swedish massage in Sweden.
Yeah, just go there and find out, and I'm sure it will be a perfect experience.
So here you go. We're doing the shoreline. Look at that. All the beachfront houses, the wildlife. It's really awesome setting location for a great event.
Yeah, we are so happy to race here in Bosta. MotoSurf is traveling the whole world. From United Arab Emirates, we went to Poland. After Poland, there was an exhibition event in Saudi Arabia in Jeddah, and then straight from Jeddah we go here to Sweden. So we race in many different countries, on many different types of waters, in many different types of setups, in many different types of surroundings. From here in Sweden, we go to another harbor in Rodi Garganico in Italy, in the region of Puglia. And yeah, it's also a great experience, race close to the harbor. But it's also very interesting how every water where we go to race feels completely different for the setup of the board, for the racers feeling on the water. It's just super interesting.
Yeah, that's awesome. A true world championship traveling around the globe and competing. That's really cool that you guys were able to take it, just out of your country and make it an actual world tour.
Exactly. It's now we can call it the world tour, and we can see even the number of the nationalities involved in the
Yeah.
championship. We see racers from all over the world. We have racers from the United States, from Canada, from Mexico, from all over Europe, from the west side of Europe, Central Europe, Western Europe, also from Middle East, Far Asia. So it will be a great setup to see the Nations Cup at the World Games, because there will be one girl and one boy competing in the nations team
Awesome.
for the Nations Cup in the World Games, and this will be very, very interesting. And to see the cooperation in the team, because they will have to pass the bracelet which starts the board, so they will have to run on the shore, they will have to pass it, they will have to communicate in the meantime. It will be something that will be very, very intense, and I can't wait to see MotoSurf being part of such a wonderful tournament as the World Games is.
That's awesome. And leading up to the World Games, you will be able to catch all of these international events we're talking about on Brinks TV. So make sure that you check out the schedule and tune in to watch all of the racing and the competitors in the elite class going for the Brinks Cup. So here we go. We got everybody on the shore here. They're ready. They're checking their phones. They're just killing time in between races here. Maybe they're looking at what the results were from the last couple of races. Make sure they got everything written down. And yeah, just waiting on the officials to get these guys out in the water ready to go.
And let's see who of these 10 racers will be the fastest in that heat number 3 and fighting for the Brinks Cup.
So who's
being
leading
live.
the championship right now?
So leader of the championship is Matthias Novotny wearing shorts number 4, but we have Alex Lukscheider, another speedster from the Czech Republic, wearing shorts number 1. Alex Lukscheider was not the luckiest guy in the beginning of the season, and there is the certain gap that he needs to close. But it seems like he's on a very good pace, and he's in a very good mood. So I think that he will be able to challenge the difference he has in the championship. And yeah, the season is still long. We are in the middle of the season. We have 2 events done now. The Swedish GP is the 3rd round of the championship, and then we have 3 more races ahead of us. So after the Swedish GP, we will be right in the middle of the championship. So anything can still happen, and anybody anybody from the top 5 in the championship can still fight for the world championship title potentially.
So we're not like necessarily happy that Alex had some trouble, but we're a little bit happy because it makes the championship a little bit more exciting.
Well, knowing these guys, I know they will be super intense until the very last lap in the last race of the season, until the very last checker flag. That's what we saw last year between Alex Lukscheider and Lukas Zahorsky, because Lukas Zahorsky, he was very unlucky in the first two events of the season, and he was losing a huge portion of points. And then Alex was a little bit confident with his championship lead, and Lukas Zahorsky was pushing extremely hard, and he was able to close all the gap in points, and he was able to get the World Championship title in the very last finals in Croatia last year.
What more can you ask for as far as the series, right? That's what you want them to battle right down to the last moto. Winner take all.
Exactly. From the spectator point of view, it was a fantastic racing to see. And
yeah, I'm sure for those guys, they weren't that excited. They were like, I wish I'd wrapped this up like last week or last event, but...
Well, it was very emotional, I have to say, because Lucas and Alex, these are two different generations, because Alex, he started racing when he was a young kid, and he was actually under kind of the coaching of Lukas Zahorsky, and he had no idea in the very beginning that he's going to grow another competitor for him.
Right.
And then when they were competing for the World Championship title, they were both like super emotional. At the same time, Lucas was very happy to compete with his student.
Yep.
And at the same time, Alex was very respectful to Lucas for everything he's done for him. So it was very emotional, and it was in the great spirit of the fair play, and it was just a fantastic experience in terms of seeing the two guys fighting for the World Championship title.
Yeah, and what a backstory, right, with them having trained together. And again, like we were talking about earlier, they know each other well. So the racing is going to be, tight but fair because they are friends with each other, but they know each other's weaknesses and strengths. So
they've been friends for so many years, and then seeing them fighting for the title, I have to say also from our side that we were, of course, watching, and we were cheering for both of them, because we are cheering for the sport. We are cheering for the good of the sport, and also for us it was a little bit of emotional, and I could see tears in the eyes of many of the spectators around, because it was a very emotional moment.
Yeah, that's what we want. Good competition, good fair competition, and you'd rather have the guys have like some friendly competition. So that's good that, the people aren't, there's no animosity between them. They're just out there competing and doing the best that they can.
Definitely. And we see the racers making their way on the water as we are fighting for the Brinks Cup with the elite class of the UIM MotoSurf World Championship 2024. So the Brinks class, elite class, is ready to start the heat number 3, which will be led by number 1 Alex Lukscheider, followed by Lukáš Kozon, wearing shorts number 2. Shorts number 3, Dominik Kadlec, the older brother of Damian Kadlec. Number 4, Matyáš Novotný. Number 5 will be Marek Škamla, who will not be starting in this heat because he didn't feel very well, so he will be saving some energy for tomorrow finals. Number 6 will be worn by Oliver Navarra. Number 7, Matěj Kožíšek. Number 8, Jakub Kornfeil. Number 9, Jiří Wolf. And letter A will be worn by Dan Provazník.
So who is it that's out? He said he's basically
Marek Škamla, number 5.
saving himself for, he's going to use this as the throwaway and just hope that the next, race goes well for him.
Exactly. I saw him taking some pills today, and he was not in the 100% conditions. So let's hope he feels better tomorrow, so he can hit it into the finals and maybe fight for the podium. Because I know that this was one of the weekends that Marek Škamla was very much looking forward to. But let's see how this will end up, because he needs to be 100% fit.
He needs to go and get himself some Bastad seafood right here on the beach. Hopefully all the nutrients in there can pick him up for tomorrow.
I believe we have a lot of Swedish means, to make him feeling well. But we have the green flag going down, and we are underway. And look at Dominik Kadlec, who is now trying to sneak into that inside line under Lukáš Kozon. and getting closer to Alex Luxscheider, and he does it.
That was a good move.
Dominic Cutlets is currently second, and Alex Luxscheider is leading the way. So this will be very intense in there. Alex Luxscheider and Dominic Cutlets, they are both taking the left side of space, and Dominic Cutlets falls down to the water. So after a great start, he does a mistake, and he makes a mistake, and he ends up in the water. And Alex Luxscheider is then in the lead, followed by Matthias Novotny and Oliver Navarra.
Wow, Lucas really got pushed back there a little bit in that first half a lap there. So the first four pretty tight though. Other than Alex, he seems to be breaking away a teeny bit, but second, third, and fourth are all right there. Look at this, we got a battle between Lucas and, can't see the number on his shorts.
So this is the Brinks Cup Elite class, and we see Alex Luxscheider representing Apex Pilots and Czech Republic, wearing shorts number 1, currently fastest, followed by number 4 on the shorts, Matthias Novotny, who is the current World Championship leader. Oliver Navarra is there in 3rd place, and Maciej Kosicek in 4th. Dominic Cutlets, who faced the crash in the first lap, is trying to make his way up the field because he's one of the fastest guys on the track right now. So he will definitely make all the efforts to be able to bounce back.
So the question is, when are they taking their long laps? So this is where the strategy is going to come in. We're going to see if anybody wants to click them off early, or if they're saving them to the end when maybe they run into a little bit of lap traffic and afford themselves some open real estate in front. Right now, Alex Luxscheider is out front, just being consistent, no issues.
So we are 1 lap down, and Alex Luxscheider is still in charge of that heat, and it seems like he is opening step by step, 10 by the 10th of the second. He is opening a little bit of the gap over Matthias Novotny.
Great race for the Brinks Cup. Remember, all these points are going to be added up, so everybody's trying to make their way to the front, especially Lucas Kazan. He needs to salvage some points for sure.
So Alex Luxscheider is still staying on the course. He's not making his way into the long lap. Nor does Matthias Novotny, nor does Oliver Navarra. So the top 3 of the heat stays on the course. Maciej Kosicek in 4th place is now taking the long lap. But Alex Luxscheider, Matthias Novotny, and Oliver Navarra are staying on the course.
So there you go. They're waiting for the long lap a little bit later. Maybe, like I said, once they start coming up on some lappers or something, they might be able to change their position on the course so they don't really have to deal with it. Somebody else taking their long lap. Is that Alex?
This is Jakub Kornfeil, his teammate. Jakub Kornfeil, the former MotoGP racer competing in the Moto3 class, is now making his way back from the Joker, and he will cause a little bit of the traffic to Alex Luxscheider, who immediately decides to take the long lap as well to make the clear way in front of him, and so does Matthias Novotny. So the 1st and the 2nd place in the heat are now taking the long laps.
There you go. They were waiting for a little bit of traffic so they could break out of the spot that they were in, maybe get themselves some clear real estate. Here you go. They're back on into the option here.
You know, Oliver Navarra went on the Joker as well, on the long lap as well, but it seems like Matthias Novotny is a little bit faster, and he is closing up on Alex. So he is making his way in the 1st position, and let's see if he can make it. We still have a couple of laps remaining, so nothing is over yet, and he will definitely be super keen on getting this 1st place.
Yeah, he's definitely making a charge, and he's just going to stick to the back of Alex to make sure that he, doesn't lose any ground to him.
There's someone in the water, and it was the number 84 on the jersey, which is Jakub Kornfeil. So he had a bit of the moment in the backside of the course, so he needs to make his way back on that course. And we have Matthias Novotny going on the long lap, while Alex Luxader is staying on the course. And seeing Matthias Novotny a little bit faster in terms of the lap times, this will be super interesting to see what will happen next when Alex Luxader makes it on the long lap. Matthias Novotny will need to face a little bit of the traffic in front of him because he's right behind Dominic Kadlec.
Oh, and he goes the same side.
But he is, by the way, on the same pace. He's just a little bit further behind because of the crash he had in the early stages of the race. So let's see what happens when Alex Luxader makes it to the long lap. We see Jiří Wolf doing a fantastic job letting the leader of the session passing by. So that was a very fair play moment from Jiří Wolf. And this is the biggest question mark of this heat. What will Alex Luxader do on the long lap? Because he is taking a long lap just right now, and this will be quite close. Can Matthias Novotny do it? Will he be close enough? No, he is not close enough. So Alex Luxader still holds the lead in this heat. Dominic Kadlec is now making his way into the long lap, and I think we are coming back on the race course with the same distance in between Alex Luxader and Matthias Novotny, what we saw before the long laps.
They're still very close, but yeah, he did not make up enough ground to actually challenge him, so he's going to have to wait for Alex Luxader to make a mistake.
And we see the white flag in the air, which means that we are on the last lap of that heat. So Alex Luxader and Matthias Novotny will find a couple of the meters, to settle and to decide for the winner.
Oh no, somebody's down
Jakub
in front of our
Kornfeil
leader.
is there in the troubles as well.
Right in front of our leader, but he was able to avoid it and didn't get slowed down at all.
So they are both safely through. So Matthias Novotny and Alex Luxader are not affected by the issues of Jakub Kornfeil, and it seems like Alex Luxader will be in the front, and he still has the comfortable gap in the split section, and Matthias Novotny will just not have enough time to make any kind of an overtake on Alex Luxader. And the checkered flag is out, and Alex Luxader takes the first place in this heat number 3 and is closer to making it to the finals with the clear run on the Brinks Cup Swedish GP.
So the points from this heat, right? All your heat points are combined, and then your main event points get stacked on top of that.
And then basically you start in the finals based on the position, based on the points you get from the heat. So
you're overall you're only getting the amount of points for a win in, say, the main event.
Exactly.
Okay. But these are just all these points are being combined just to figure out your starting grid.
Yes. That's how the points are structured in the MotoSurf World Championship. And Alex Luxader from Apex Pilots will be very happy after today, winning the heat number 3 and taking the very important 18 points for the finals.
And as we've seen all day long, starting position is super important. If you can get that pole position and be towards, in the front towards the inside of the corner, it's invaluable. There's been very little passes from, that start.
Yeah, these guys are super fast, and they are like on the professor riding, so they are just waiting for the mistakes of the other, and they are just fighting very close to each other. But what we just saw was just a masterpiece ride from Alex Luxader.
Yeah, got himself out front, stayed calm, collected, didn't make any mistakes, and got his 2 long laps out of the way, showed everybody the fast way around the course. So that's it from today for the MotoSurf World Championships in Bastad, Sweden. You guys just saw the elite class competing for the Brinks Cup. You can come back tomorrow on Brinks TV and watch more heat races and the finals. So join us tomorrow back here, Bastad, Sweden, for MotoSurf World Championships.
Thank you. Brinks TV.
Bye.